Welcome to the Amy Edwards Show. I'm your host, Amy Edwards. Are you ready to uplevel your life, to make things even brighter, more shining, more awesome? Yes? The answer is yes. Me too. All right. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to get real. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to get practical, all that good stuff to make our lives shine brighter and keep claiming that awesome life that we were meant to lead. That is what we're all about here. And I could not be more thrilled that you're here. Please do the thing, subscribe, share. If you think of somebody during the episode, please share it with them. I would be super honored. And it just keeps good stuff spreading. And that's what we want, right? That's like the energy that goes out from us. Keep it good. And please write a review on Apple Podcasts. I would be immensely grateful. And I will be reading those as we progress through these Monday episodes, which we, of course, do now have 2 episodes a week, one on Monday, which is a solo cast that we're doing right now, and one on Thursdays, which is an interview. And we are going to blow your socks off this Thursday with Josh Cliffords from Free Water. So excited about that. But first, let's do this solo cast today. So stoked you're here. We're going to talk about 3 things. Let's get to it. All right, let's take a deep breath. I've found I'm doing that to the point of hyperventilation today. I'm having to just really slow myself down, take a breath, because I was going from the moment I woke up. I didn't start my day right today, and I know better than to do this. But today, for some reason, I just started looking at my phone. And before I knew it, an hour had gone by. And I was like, I got to get up. I got to do some stuff. And then I just felt like I was running behind. And then I really was running behind. So I'm doing this mentorship program where I'm the mentor and I have a mentee. And so she was coming to shadow me all day today. And so I had the day kind of planned out. I was going to get up really early, get my kids to school, and then start working. And plus I wanted to shower and do my hair and like the whole thing, take a shower, wash my hair, which is a bit of a production. And so makeup, picking out an outfit. Anyway, so I do all that, and I'm counting on then showing her how I record for the radio work that I do, for the podcast work that I do for the newspaper here in town, and things like that. And she gets there. I'm still trying to keep it slow, but I can feel myself amping up a bit, knowing all the stuff that I've got to get done because I was a guest on another podcast. I had the interview today, and then I was doing this episode. So anyway, she's there. She gets there to the house. She's so awesome. And she just stepped out. She's in and out of here today. And so I go to my computer to start showing her what I do and how I record in my home. And my computer totally craps out. It dies. It will not accept charge. I don't know if it's the charger or what. It dies. I can't do anything that I had planned to do. It was ultra annoying. So not only that can I not show her, but I can't get my work done. I can't really do a lot of things. And I was like, well, at least I got my phone, if I need to prep for the show, prep for the interview, whatever I need to do, I can, figure it out. And I've done this enough to where it's okay if I don't have my computer, because I usually have my computer right here in front of me. If you're not watching on YouTube, I usually have it in front of me. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I can get by with all that. I text the people at the radio station. I'm like, hey, I can't put in my breaks today. So, I'm just running on this. They haven't even replied. They're like, whatever. But the point is, I had a lot of things going wrong. And I felt like life was like, okay, what are you really going to show her? Who are you really when things go awry, when things don't go according to plan? And I think that's just a great thing to pay attention to. Who are you when life is throwing things at you? Because it's easy to be great and all love and light and shit when things are going great. But who are you in the other moments? It reminded me of a time I used to do these Instagram live meditations, and I was all like, tune in, peace, love that. They're all up on my Instagram at Real Amy Edwards if you want to go check any of them out. They're good. I really enjoyed doing it. I would do a different focus each week. And one of the first few that I did, I would say it was in the first maybe 10 that I ever did there. it's a little stressful, like going live, focusing on what you're doing, not getting distracted by, the numbers on the screen, the comments on the screen, all that. And I forgot to put my dog away. This was before I learned that I should put my dog away because she has a little area that she sleeps in. And I didn't put my dog away before doing this live. So she was like kind of wandering around. She like gets all restless and makes noise. She's got her own stuff going on. And so she's wandering around or whatever. So I do my live. I get through it good. I'm all like peace, love, happiness, whatever. And I sign off. And then as soon as I sign off, I got mad at my dog. I was like, what are you doing? And I was pissed at her. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, what if my live isn't off? And then, I checked and the live was off. And then I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, who am I? Like, cause it's those moments. Like, I was like, is that the real me? Oh, fuck. So I had to have a real moment of check-in. Like, even when the live is off, who are you? Even when things go all crazy and your computer dies and things don't go according to plan, you can't get your work done. Who are you? Who are you going to be? And I had to check in with myself. And I was like, okay, this is good. Life is really presenting me with this. Who am I going to be? And it reminded me of that Instagram live. Like, who am I really? Am I really walking the walk of all the stuff that I say I am, or is it just for show? And I don't want this stuff to be just for show. And I don't think you do either. If you're listening to this show, you don't. So how can we really, really find that peace inside? Well, you take a deep breath and you check in and you go, you know what? The world is not going to end. Everything is going to be okay. I am going to be okay. So what if a dog barks or a dog walks around, like in my Instagram, and shakes her collar around? I just thought of the collar jingling and I got annoyed. It's funny how we can summon those emotions really fast. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. And even as Ibi and I were in the car and we were talking about the computer not working and everything. And I was like, this is truly what this is about. This is maybe about her seeing, okay, how does she handle this? How does someone who considers themselves a professional and is showing up as a professional in the world at this thing, at podcasting or whatever it is I'm doing at the moment, how are they really reacting in real life, in real time? Because we all hear all those stories all the time about, God, they were a real asshole off the air, or, like the big corporate persona of someone and then off the air. I just heard this about, gosh, I don't want to name names, but it was a prominent female, like influencer, author, all that. And they were saying that her culture behind the scenes was really not pleasant to be around, and people were quitting because they were like, this isn't some feel good. So anyway, who are you? This is a good moment to just check in when life is throwing things at you. Who are you then? Because that's our true test. I'm going to tell you for a moment about Saving Face Austin and a vaginal rejuvenation laser that they offer. It's called FemTouch, and I have been a client of Saving Face Austin for many years now. I go to them for my Botox and some injections that I do. But when we talked about FemTouch, I have to admit I was interested because it is a non-invasive CO2 laser that is cutting edge that can help so many women. It's non-surgical. And the technology is high precision laser into the vaginal tissues, and it activates your body's natural regenerative properties. So I have had it done. It helps anyone that, well, let me just preface it with this. I spoke recently with Christopher Brown, a sex therapist, on this show. Christopher talked about how we care for our face, we care for our skin, we care for all these body parts, but so many times we neglect something very important, and that is our genital area and our vaginal area. So this is something that can rejuvenate and bring youthfulness and more pleasure to your life. It treats atrophy, vaginal laxity, dryness, pain. Many people have pain. It treats discomfort during intercourse, stress, urinary incontinence, which can happen after childbirth. I know many women this has happened to, and loss of sensation. So I went in and had the procedure. I'm going to have a series of 3, and I don't really experience a lot of these at all. I'm only 49 right now, but they told me that any woman can get this treatment and it's going to simply keep you healthy. It's a preventative, and that is so cool. So I go in for it. I barely had to do anything. I laid down. She inserted a wand that was clear. We had to wear special little goggles for the laser, but they were clear goggles. It took probably 10 minutes. And I'm going to keep you up to date over the course of this show and tell you what happens and what results I see. And yeah, if y'all know me, I get graphic. I am open about it. So, because I think this is something that we should be talking about. It is important. It is our health. We've talked about how sexual health is personal health. Sexual development is personal development. And so this is an important part of our lives. So what are you doing about it? If you're experiencing any of these, I would encourage you to book a consultation or an appointment at Saving Face Austin. This is in their laser lounge, which is at 14th and West. If you happen to be in Austin, you can consult with them. You can go online to savingfaceaustin.com. And for a discount on this procedure, simply use my code I love me because love yourself. And this is part of loving yourself, really taking care of all your parts. Check in, learn more about FemTouch. Simply go to savingfaceaustin.com. Do you feel like you have claimed your greatness? What does that even mean? Claiming your greatness. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I've been thinking about what it would mean if I were to just simply claim my greatness, because it sounds good. So I posted a TikTok about it, and I was like, don't you think it's time that you claimed your greatness? And a lot of people commented and they said, how do I do that? And I was like, well, it's pretty easy. Seems like you would just go, I'm great. No, but it's not that. It's about claiming the best version of yourself all the time. It's about stepping into the most extraordinary way that you could respond or behave in any situation. So that would mean when you wake up in the morning, do you look at your phone? Was I claiming my greatness this morning? No. Do you look at your phone, or do you act upon those habits that are going to set you up for success? I think in claiming your greatness, there's a little bit of a slant toward your future self and setting yourself up for success down the road, even if it's just a little bit. So it's asking yourself, do I go out for a drink tonight? Or do I go to bed early because I know how I'm going to feel tomorrow? Claiming your greatness, it's going to bed early. Or it's going out for the drink, having no alcohol, and then going to bed at a decent time. It's waking up in the morning and claiming your best self. It's making yourself do the things that maybe you don't necessarily want to do, like meditate. I love to meditate, but maybe it's taking a cold shower or just turning the water on cold for 30 seconds. Maybe it's hopping in an ice bath if you have one. Maybe it's doing these little things that are part of being great, whatever that looks like for you. But for most of us, it's not an egotistical being great. Like, look, I'm great. It's about living the most extraordinary life that we can live. So in a relationship, it would be functioning from unconditional love, from the space of compassion, understanding, kindness, rather than the space of annoyance, arrogance, anger, resentment. Name something. Because if we want to truly be great, for me, I call it queen energy. And I'm like, I've been writing it down in my book every day in my little habit tracker journal. Well, actually, I use the full focus planner right now, but it's writing down queen energy. And it's really a practice of staying focused on that greatness. Like, what does that look like? What does that mean? So I wrote down a couple things in my journal. So I'm going to read them to you. Got them on my phone. So what does that mean today? Doing what must be done, right? That's claiming your greatness. Looking good. Well, I put looking amazing. So that means, putting on something you feel good in. Claiming yourself. Decorating yourself in a way that feels good, that honors you. I put caring for myself for tomorrow. That's just a little bit of that outlook. Like, okay, is claiming my greatness eating a bag of chips, or is it, eating an apple? We all know the answer. But sometimes we want the chips, which I get. But in the next moment, you can make a better decision. Better meaning you're setting that slightly future you, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's in a few hours, setting that slightly future you up for success. Being kind. That's greatness. Being kind. Because it's not always easy to be kind. A lot of times you want to tell that person off, or you want to, give somebody the finger in traffic. I don't do that. It doesn't feel good. But maybe that's what you want to do. It's harder to be kind so many times. But that's where greatness lives. It lives in kind spaces, for sure. Speaking, using my voice, messaging my community. I've been selling myself short a little bit on claiming my greatness, thinking a little bit of self-deprecating thoughts around my own newsletter. Do people care about this? And I've had to shift out of those. If I'm really claiming my greatness, I'm thinking good thoughts about it. I'm thinking, I am spreading good messages. This is good content. This is exciting. People look forward to it. I'm putting out great messages. This is growing. Those are the kind of things you think when you're claiming your greatness. And that's where I'm sitting at. If you're in your queen energy, if you're in your king energy, that's where it's at. Sitting and deciding my energetic space. And I think that's probably a good one to end on, because that's exactly what I was just saying. It is about that mindset. Am I going to think those negative thoughts? Is that claiming my greatness? Or am I going to think the thoughts that are absolutely creating that new reality and living in that claim of greatness? What do you think of that? I'd be very, very curious to know how you view this, how you see your own practices around claiming greatness, and what that means to you. Please let me know. You can put it in the Apple reviews if you want to comment there, or you can email me anytime. You can put it in the comments to amy@amyedwards.com. Claim your greatness. Claim it. Isn't it time? Yeah. Okay, it is practical habit time. Yay, I love me some practical habits. Do you have a vision board? I sort of do. I have one I made like a year and a half ago, and I've still got that. And I like it, but I'm not the biggest vision board person. I kind of do it in different ways. So this is our practical habit that we're going to cover today. One of the ways I do it is an audio vision board, because I like voices and sound. And so I do have an audio vision board where I wrote something out. I've read it back and I can listen back to it. So that's pretty simple to do. You could do it on your phone, record yourself, and then you can listen back to it when you're on a walk, when you're in your car, whatever you want. Get down in the details and list off your ideal life and what that looks like. Read it back. When you hear it read it back as if it's actually happening. Like, I picture myself waking up in my comfiest bed. I can see the view outside of enter whatever view you want to see, enter what your house is like, enter what your closet's like, what you put on, what you eat, what you do, how you feel, how your body feels, do it all. That's what I did. So an audio vision board is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool, like little hack to have in your phone. But I want to take it a little further today. So, and something else just occurred to me actually. So another one that I use that is a practical habit is, and I've talked about this in a different context before, but I use it on my notes app. And it is, I have several different versions. One is for my future home that I would like to manifest, that I am manifesting. Oh, I can't even believe I just said would like to, that I am manifesting. One was for, or is for my future partner, who is now my present partner. That one has actually materialized. One is for our relationship. And that is a collaborative one with him. So is the home one actually with him. And then I have one for money and career. So these are headlines in my notes app. And so it says money/career. Another one says home. Another one says him, because that was the person I was envisioning. And then another one says our relationship. And what I do within these, let's take a money one, for example, money and career. So what I do is write out all the things that are my dream career and money situation. And it does not matter. Sky's the limit. Get crazy with it. Do exactly what you think. And it can be a long list. If you happen to be seeing this on YouTube or anywhere else, if you can see my phone, it is a long list. Then at the bottom of that list, and this is not a static list. You are going to add to this list as you want. It should be alive. It should have its own life. So you go in and you can just start adding to it, or you can adjust. I did that with my dream partner list, and I treated it as a living entity where I was always adjusting it and getting it right. And you know what? I did. Some of the things are still materializing, but for the most part, it has. And I put crazy shit on there, you guys. I've done a podcast about it and I've talked about it. I put should be a star of some kind, should be well known, as like an athlete or an actor or something like that. I thought, oh, please, that's a long shot. But you know what? I put it on there and sure enough, that's what I got. So put anything you want on there. Like I have crazy shit on my money one, $10 million in the bank, $10 million just in the bank. I don't know. I've never had $10 million in the bank. That sounds great, doesn't it? So at the bottom, you are going to put, who am I? Because sometimes when you think, and this is what happened when I was manifesting this partner, sometimes when you think about all this great stuff that you're envisioning, you're like, am I worthy of that? Oh my God, that sounds great. That person's with someone awesome. Or whoever has that house, or whoever is like living this career life must be amazing. And so you write out what that person is like. And that person is you. So you write out, who am I? Well, so that's what I've got below there. And who am I? I am a positive thinker. I am a doer. I read a lot. I meditate daily. I believe wholeheartedly and completely. I am the woman that other people see me as. I send newsletters. I'm in surplus. I'm fit and sexy and take good care of myself. I know. Anyway, it goes on, but you get the idea. So the point is, you evolve your bigger list of your dream, of your vision. You add to it. It is a living, breathing entity. Okay, not really, but you know what I mean. It is alive in its own way. And then you read, who am I? And that's the focus. You work to be that person because that is where the magic happens. That is when the vision actually comes to life. You work to be that person, and before you know it, the rest is coming to life. And that is what happened with my partner. I wrote, and I thought, wow, whoever's with someone like that must be a total fucking badass. So I thought, well, I better get my shit together. So am I fully financially on my feet and some other things that I have in there as me? Not quite, but I know it's coming. And I'm doing the other things, getting in that headspace, living as that person. So that's all it is. It is a vision board alternative. So use your notes app, write it out if you haven't, which I think a lot of people probably haven't. Write it out, get crazy, get detailed. Think of everything you could possibly want. You want to fly on a private jet? Fine, put it in there. Go for it. Write out who you are underneath it and read back through it all the time, constantly evolving that list and see what happens. I would love to know. Please tell me. Take a deep breath. That feels good. Okay, you have a practical habit today. We have an affirmation. Can you guess what it is? I bet you can. I claim my greatness. Just say it. I claim my greatness. I claim my greatness. Oh yeah. Evie's feeling it over here. Hell yeah, you are. I claim my greatness. That feels good. Just keep living by that. Just check back in with it. That's all it's about. It's progress, not perfection, for damn sure. And remember, who are you when life is throwing things at you? I forgot to even include that, like, I have my face is totally broken out. I have a massive pimple on my face, like I have 5. Anyway, like there was that. I checked my emails on my phone too. And like a big payment went through that I didn't realize was going through. And I'm like, I don't think I have the money to cover that. It was just like life, just like, woo, here you go. How are you going to behave? So remember, check back in, claim your greatness, even in those moments. Actually, especially in those moments where it would be easy to not feel so great. It would be easy to lash out. It would be easy to be kind, because that's where the real greatness happens. Who are we in those spaces? Who are we in those moments? Who are we when we dream of our dream life? Who are we? Who are you? Who am I? How cool is that? Wow, those all really fit together. I didn't even see that coming. So cool when that happens and it all just aligns. Yes. I claim my greatness. I hope you'll say it. I hope you'll write it on a Post-it note and just keep on claiming, because that's what it's all about. You create your life. So keep going. Remember that it's all a practice. And I love you so much. Sign up for the newsletter. Please share this with a friend. It's at amyedwards.com. And of course, you can share this anytime. Please write a review on Apple reviews. I know I sound like a broken record asking for those, but please, please do. It means the world to me. And as I said, I am going to start reading those on this at the end. So who knows? Maybe we'll get to connect in that way too. So I do look forward to connecting with you. Find me, write to me at amy@amyedwards.com, or send me a DM on Instagram at realamyedwards. TikTok is harder to message me, but whatever. I'm at the Magic Babe if you want to follow me there. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our team at Hot Pie. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Evie, for sitting here today and for being with me through this today. So I love y'all so much. Until next time. Oh, and don't forget Thursday's interview with Josh Cliffords. Oh my God, it's going to blow your socks off. Cannot wait to share it. Thanks for being here. Comment and tell me your thoughts. And please subscribe to the channel for all things to uplevel your life and increase your shine efficiently and through better habits, mindset shifts, and embracing your own power.